Really great approach to scale and scope, especially given the sort of post-apocalyptic setup around the flower and the end of the climate change disasters. I thought the piece was like a sort of trailer or primer for a bigger idea, and a really great use of the environment and a great approach to sort of editing and pacing that I thought mixed with the voiceover gave the piece a very meditative feel, and also sort of creating an emotional stakes, especially towards the end with the daughter, I believe. And I thought I created an interesting backdrop around the central character and the flower that made you want to know what the story would be about past this point. So I thought that was well done and ended up being an effective approach.
We get to see the potentials of these certain outcomes of different futures. And we get to see our lead character fail. And he's regretting this mistake that he's made. And his choices have led him to lose the one thing that's meant the most to him. And we kind of get this, sort of back and forth. It's beautifully shot. We get to see this pollution in this red air and this red masked space. And, it's all leading up to this, heartbreaking moment of the reveal of the death of his son and coming to essentially say goodbye, essentially. We have this jar that protects and holds this flower, and gardening and bringing life into this world is sort of the other metaphor that kind of takes place here, because this most nature connection at its core is linked to, you know, the nurturing aspect and the relationship between him and his son. And you see that he keeps such a precious care as he has this flower in the glass jar, and he's gone between what looks like a space of death, just so that he can have this moment where he can pretty much uncover his son to then give him this rose and this toast of goodbye.
It's a very emotional and thought-provoking sci-fi short film. It opens to a barren desert landscape, and we understand that the environment that we are introduced to is a sort of wasteland that has occurred due to a global catastrophe, maybe some sort of nuclear event, or we also learned there was maybe a war, a domestic war in the United States over water or resources, something along those lines. But essentially, there are no crops. There is very no or very little like biological life, and nature has essentially been wiped out due to this catastrophe. I I really enjoyed this emotional short film. I thought it was as entertaining as it was. It could also serve as maybe a message against climate change, and making sure that humans don't ir- irrevocably or I guess uh, harm nature too much. um, I also really enjoyed the coloring. The barren landscape was paired with kind of this orange fiery coloring, and it was very intense compared to the flashbacks of green hills and organic life.
It was a very rich story, and the effects, how it looks, the cinematography, the acting, the music, like the score, all of it was just jaw dropping with how insanely well done it was. It definitely knocked me off my feet. Um, Everything about it was absolutely breathtaking. And it really makes me wonder how this would look as a feature, because it really nailed that part down. Like it definitely, it felt like a snippet out of a movie that you would see in theaters. Uh, so yeah, amazing work for everyone who was a part of this. I think you guys did a phenomenal job.
This film was just amazing. The production quality of it, to the point where you've had a very intriguing and sympathetic character, and the reason why he's doing this, where he's risking danger just to put a flower with his daughter. It's very moving. It was a very great film. I didn't expect the quality out that was in this for such a short film. It was really moving. I mean, the story between a father and daughter always touches the heart of most people, but the fact that he's doing all this for his dead daughter makes it even better. The dystopian world is created in a very beautiful way. I don't know if they found it or if it was the filter they used or if they used CGI, but it was amazing. The filmmakers did a great job at this, from the score to the voiceover to just laying out the world. It was a really well done film. It was gorgeous.
Really, really, really intense. I really liked how they developed the story, how you were kind of getting hints at what he was saying when, you know, he was talking about the kind of the state of affairs and everything, and how they kind of led you into the deeper, more personal kind of message that he had. And I really loved how they showed how like desolate and alone he was, and just how far everything had like truly kind of spiraled out of control. It gets people thinking about the kind of next generation and the state of the world and things like that. So I really, really liked it. I liked the kind of post-apocalyptic world that they had built and what they had kind of set